Hey guys, it's Coach Mike Basevic. How are you, man? Good to see you. Good to be with you. I am back in chilly Chicago, and I spent a little over a month down in Florida. Yeah, and pretty amazing weather-wise. But I'm back in Chicago for at least the next week and a half before my next trip and excursion, if you will. This is the beautiful thing. Hey, Steve, how are you, my friend? The beautiful thing about the work I do is I could do it from anywhere. And it's not an accident. I set it up that way so I could work from wherever I'm at. And as long as I have a computer and a phone. Hey, Jerry, how are you, buddy? You and I are going to be talking in about 12 minutes. So anyway, I wanted to check in, say hello. Subject that I've been discussing quite a bit with clients and non-clients lately about goals and why you don't have your goals and why you're not reaching them. I want to discuss that in this call. I am still riding high, man. What a tremendous live event we had in Florida. Was it last weekend now, the 21st, 2nd, and 3rd. And our live events are for people that have been through our 8-week program. So people come in, as you found this group, or many of you, they come in and they're struggling with anxiety or depression or burnout or overwhelm or stress or anger. And they come in and they get rid of that stuff over an 8-week period. Sometimes it's a little bit more, sometimes a little bit less, but we've learned the more the people are engaged and applying the work and doing everything we say to do and listening to the recordings and showing up on their coaching calls, the more they do that and apply that, the faster they get through their stuff. But then the live events are for people who want more. So once you're clear of the hell, once you're clear of the anxiety or the depression or the overwhelm, and you're not living in that space every day, now we could take it to a whole new level. And that's what we do is really get people expanded and growing. And that's what we did at our live event. It was pretty amazing. I think we came live in here, so there's a video in this page somewhere from the live event. And it's not, as Doreen says, it's an inspirational weekend, but it's not meant for, we don't bring people together and dance and jump up and down and all that stuff. No, we literally transform them. We get to work. Hey, Tanya. And Tanya was at the live event with her family, crushing it. We invite spouses, and Tanya brought her daughter. And it was really a transformational weekend for people. But most importantly, we left them with the exact game plan on how to reach all of their quote-unquote goals. And we don't call them goals. We actually call them outcomes, decisions. We make the decision, this is what we're going to have in our life and over the next 3 months, 6 months. And all this stuff is happening already. These people have another private Facebook group that they're all a part of. They have accountability teams that they set up together, and we set them up, but now they're holding each other accountable for action steps. And yeah, we loved having you there, Tanya. And now they're all moving forward towards their goals. But they understand what I'm about to teach you here. So, but first, before we get there, if you're still living in a space of struggle, here's what life's not supposed to be. You are not supposed to be struggling every day. You're not supposed to be, if let's say if you've picked up some habitual anxiety let me back up and I'm going to go on a rant here. I know me, but we're taught chemical imbalance. We're taught you're supposed to struggle. We're taught that therapy is the answer. Prescription meds are the answer. They're not meds. Medicine is you take cough medicine, you stop coughing. You put an antibiotic in your system if you have strep throat and it goes away. That's a medicine. Prescription drugs are meant to change the way you feel, just like street drugs, just like alcohol, just like marijuana, just like cigarettes, whatever. Video games is a drug. Any of those drugs that you're taking to make you feel differently so you can function during the day, they're killing you. So all these people, hey, Linda, how are you? Give Tom my best. All these people, Robin Williams, Chris Farley, John Belushi, Kate Spade, the chef, I forgot the chef that committed suicide. All these people that had that destructive behavior, every one of them was on antidepressants of some sort and a cocktail of meds, and then they were also abusing drugs. Well, not all of them. I don't think Robin Williams was abusing drugs anymore. I think, and I know Kate Spade wasn't, but John Candy, or not John Candy, Chris Farley was, and John Belushi was, but they were all on antidepressants. You can't, and then you're taking drugs. You understand what that does to your brain, and then you make decisions that are self-destructive. So I digress, but that's not how life is supposed to be lived every day. You're not supposed to go to work and survive and then go home and just collapse. If you know, I talked to a wonderful guy last week. I feel so bad for him, and he's on a leave of absence from work, and he's struggling to get through every day, man. It's not the way life is supposed to be lived. But what happens is we capture all of these experiences that we have as we go through life, and they create this conditioning. They literally almost cement your mind to be that person. So all that stuff all that chaos that you had early on in your life, in your upbringing, or the fear or the worry or the inadequacy, now it's developed into a disorder. You've got to get rid of that stuff. Your life's not meant to struggle and then die. Life's not meant to sit in a space of worry and overwhelm and fatigue, and then just try to get through every day. That's not what it's supposed to be, man. You're supposed to enjoy and love life. It's supposed to be free, easy, wonderful. And the clients that come into our program, like Tanya and all the other people that have come to the program, that even at these live events, they know the secrets now. They know the formula on how to live this. It's now applying it and then continually expanding it. And we're dealing with the science here. It has to work. Okay, it has to work, because we're giving you the operating system. So if you're in that space every day of struggle, of overwhelm, of fatigue, of difficulty, of tension, of anxiety, panic attacks, depression, it's your choice to stay there. And if you want to have an excuse that I have a chemical imbalance, it's hereditary. I've tried everything. I was engaging with somebody yesterday on one of our Facebook ads that we run to get people aware of our program so we can help them. That's what we do. We run ads on Facebook, or we have a lot of other ways, but then they become aware of us because we have to reach the people who are praying for an answer. But then some people go in there and they just post some stuff, and they'll say, well, I have a chemical imbalance. I've tried everything. You haven't tried everything. You haven't tried this program, so you haven't tried everything. And they say, and I said, what have you tried? Meditation, self-help, therapy, CBD, CBT, all the above. I'm like, well, great. All those ways confirm that those are things that don't work. So you haven't tried everything. You've tried everything that you think you're supposed to try. And now if you want to hold on to the excuse that you're just broken, that you're beyond repair, then great. You'll have that excuse and you can live the rest of your life in chaos with that excuse. Or you could take action and get rid of it in 2 months and then reach all of your goals, which I'm leading back to the original point that I told you I was going to go on a rant. And but it's not true. It's not hereditary. The medical community is not tapped into what we've tapped into, how to get rid of this stuff. And guess what? You can get rid of it. And some cases are tougher than others, man. But I've had unbelievable, like the last week, I got these great updates from Mike, who's really trying hard. This poor guy, man, talk about extreme anxiety, but he's doing it. And Sandra, wonderful update. She's breaking through now. Great stuff. Martin last week, he's been in 3 weeks of the program. And his biggest regret is he didn't know this stuff, 20, 30 years earlier. And he goes, man, where's it been? And it was really a great call. He's a great guy. And who else, man? Just another couple really good calls. Just clients that are in one. Man, who was this call? Katie. Katie's crushing it. Oh my God! And congratulations, Katie. She had some really exciting news to share. But these people, and Katie was struggling for decades. And now she's through it all, just like everyone else. So you don't have to struggle. It's a choice now. You want to make that choice, or if you want to let money prevent you from doing it, you got your excuse. You want to let your spouse prevent you from doing it, you got your excuse. Or you think you don't have time, you got your excuse. You've got a built-in excuse to stay where you're at. then don't bitch about it. If you're making a decision to stay in the chaos, there's a choice out there. If you're making a decision to stay in the anxiety, stay in the depression, stay in the chaos, that's a choice you're making now. Don't complain about it. Just live there. Okay. So, all right. So let's get to the original point of this post. And now you've got to jump on a call with my guy, Jerry. And, but your goals. Most people look at goals. They set goals, especially at the beginning of the year. And they set goals, and then they hope they're going to achieve these goals. Well, there's no way that you can achieve a goal in your life by hoping. So the only way you're going to achieve any of your goals every year, at whatever it is, every year, every month, every week, the goals that you want, you have to make sure that your inner world is in congruency, in harmony with the goal that you want to have, or else it'll never happen. Okay, so here's what I mean by that. What's your inner world? Even though a thought is experienced in the physical world, if you're on an airplane and you're afraid of flying and you have fearful thoughts, you're experiencing that physically, but it's coming from the internal, right? So I got dry mouth here. So a thought is the inner world. A feeling is the inner world. A belief is the inner world. A word, once it's spoken, even though you're speaking it in the physical, it's a byproduct of your inner world or your state of being. So if you say, I want a goal, I'm going to make $10,000, and all of our clients set these financial goals. I want to make $10,000 extra income in the next 60 days. Great, wonderful goal, very attainable. Okay, and you have that goal, and you're hoping that it happens, but your belief is it's tough. That's the truth right there. You're in a state of being of difficulty. You can't marry the two. You're not going to attain your goal. Or if you have a goal, I want to lose 20 pounds in X number of dates, and then inside you're like, but I'm a slob. Inside you focus on you look in the mirror and you don't like what you see. That's the inner world playing out. This inner world state of being has to be married to the goal that you want. You have to be in congruency. So you've got to learn to pay attention to what you're thinking, what you're believing, what you're saying, what you're feeling, what you're doing. All of those things have to be harmonious with the goal that you want to achieve, or you'll never achieve it. So you can hope all day long. So that's why, pretty much everybody likes money, okay, because it gives you freedom. Not supposed to buy happiness, but it certainly can buy freedom and comfort and peace. And so if you talk to any person that's struggling financially, they live in that space. They all hope for more money. They all wish, and they just, when things turn around, okay, but they live year after year after year in that fear or that lack or that limitation around money. Well, if it was just as easy as setting a goal and hoping, then everybody would be rich, but it's not. The inner world has to be congruent with the external goal. So until you get into a state of being of wealth and abundance and flow and ease, until you get there, you're not going to experience what you ultimately want. So when people come in to the program and they're afraid about an investment into our 8-week program to make it, well, they're living in lack. They're living in limitation. The people that know, the decision makers, the people that know, like, hey, everything's abundant. I'll make the money back. No ifs, ands, or buts. They will. So because they understand once they go through the program that I can have anything I want. I can set the life up that I want because the inner world is what's creating the ultimate goal. So it's you have to be in harmony internally, in a state of being that matches what you want externally, or you'll never experience it. So think about something in your life. Think about everything in your life. The picture of your life is in perfect harmony. It's playing out. You're a self-fulfilling prophet, right? Everything in your life is exactly how you see it internally. And it might change. So people we talk to have been in relationships, like 2 or 3 relationships that are significant in their life, and they all mirror it. I brought a wonderful woman into the program yesterday, and she goes, why do I always get men who don't value me and don't honor me? And we uncovered, I said, well, let me ask you, how do you feel about yourself? And we went all the way back to childhood, feeling of inadequacy. Hey, Jill, how are you? Feeling of inadequacy, low self-worth, and need, because mom and dad just weren't there. And when she was growing up. And so sure enough, what is she a magnet for? Men to come in, they're on the white steed, they're the Prince Charming, and then all of a sudden, 6 months, a year, 5 years down the road, they turn into who they ultimately are, and then this person is left experiencing more inadequacy and disappointment. That's just the way it works. So take anything in your life, it's a byproduct of the internal world, how you ultimately see the world, feel about the world, expect the world to be. You're a self-fulfilling prophet. So your beliefs that you hold on to, man, so rigidly, they could be blown out of the water in just 2 months, but you hold on to these beliefs and you say, you see, I get the flu every winter. You see, yep, that's just the way things go for me. Another flat tire, another day in paradise, another struggle, because that's what's all you're perpetuating your external world. So you've got to marry the internal and the external. And then you've also, if you're living in a place, and I'm going to wrap up here because I got to get out. I'm late for my call with Jerry, but Jerry understands. He knows that that's who I am. And so if you, no matter what, if you're living in a place of anxiety or depression, it is destroying you internally. It is affecting your health. The mind-body connection is powerful. You've got back pain, you've got stomach issues, you've got headaches, migraines, asthma. So Erin, 22 years old, her mom went through the program last year. Erin's 22 years old, came in the program last July, has had allergies, like she's talking about the mucus and all that stuff. She's a beautiful girl. And she's like talking about, and then she went through the program, got rid of the anxiety, and the allergies went away. The mind-body connection's mind-blowing. Your mind, the hard drive, it's everything, not just your brain. I'm pointing to my head. But the mind is communicating with every cell, every transmitter, every receptor in your body at all times. So if you're in an environment of discontent, it's destroying you physically. And you will eventually have something that hits you in the face. So you may already. So until you get rid of that chaos, you're never going to experience the bliss. You can run to the health club and you can eat and you can supplement your life. Katie from Colorado is a testament to this. Now she's feeling great. Katie is the healthiest woman on the planet. And when it comes to her physical health and nutritional supplements and everything, but she was experiencing just complete discontent with her physical health. And now she's getting healthier and healthier and healthier because she's getting rid of the virus in the mind that's affecting all the stuff. So if you've got step one, we get rid of the emotional discontent. Step two, we give you all the tools to have it any way you want in your life, or you could do it yourself. If you've got the tools, you get enough from these videos, great, do it. But get busy doing it, man, or reach out to us for help, and we'll help you. Okay, because this is the no BS zone. Jill and Tanya and Jerry and Steve, all these people took action, and all these people have the tools now, and you could do the same too. So again, in closing, the inner world, your state of being has to be married to the external goal. You've got to be in congruency because you can't fool the field. Okay, the field is everything we're swirling around in here, and you can't. Okay, because that's just the way these universal laws work. Okay, guys. So sorry, Jerry, I'm coming. And comment below if you have any questions. Reach out to us. You want to schedule a breakthrough call, please do so, and we'll talk more. All right, guys. Have a great day.